Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. It's not so bright today. It was a lovely day yesterday. I did a little bit in my garden and a lot of knitting actually. It's always a lot of knitting there. It's not so bright today though. There's quite mild temperatures again. I think warmer weather could be on its way. But my garden is always, if there's any sunshine, even when the temperatures are low, it always feels very warm because it's so enclosed in the garden, and it does feel a lot warmer than what the temperature actually is. But anyway, I am knitting. This is one of the little cardigans for the twins for Dagry in the United States. She did ask me for, well, she said she had sent me an email asking for a cardigan each for the twins, and I don't know what to call her. I have to ask her what the twins' names are. But the older little girl, Zuri, she said she asked me to do one for her as well, you know, and I could not find that email. I think maybe Dagry thought she sent one, but I don't think she did. I think she just thought she hadn't forgot. But anyway, that's what I'm doing now. This is actually another pattern that I started. I have a book here, my big ledger here, that I write all my patterns in. When I start a pattern, I write it down if it's a new pattern. So a lot of the patterns in here are what I'm selling in patterns, the patterns that I have. I actually have 13 children's patterns, and I am trying to do some adult ones. I have done some with single sizes on, but I think I have one here. That's the raindrop one in an adult size, and I've done that one. And a basket stitch one, I think, is in my book. I'll have to hunt it out in my book here. You probably all know which one I mean anyway, but... oh, there it is. That one there. So that's 3 adults ones I have, but they're only one size. So I am going to try to work out some more sizes in the adult ones. But in the meantime, I've been looking through my book because I have an awful lot of patterns in here that I've started. And I've done maybe 1 size, 2 sizes, all children's ones. I've done maybe 1 or 2 sizes, and I thought I'm sorting through because I was wondering what I could do for the twins, because the twins are just over a year old, so it'll be a 20-inch for them. And Zuri is, I think Dagry said she was 3, but I don't think she's far off 4, so I thought it's 26. The last ones I sent her were a 24, and I'm going to have a drink of my tea as well because it'll be cold soon. I haven't got much left in it here. It was 24-inch, the last ones I sent, so I thought I'm going to do 26 for her. So I already had this one. This is the pink one I've been doing. It's all finished except for the bands. I just have to put the bands. This one I started quite a long time ago, and I'm finally getting it finished apart from the bands, which I'm going to put on later on. I'm doing a little bit of this one, and then I'm going to do the bands on this one and then put the buttons on. And you know, this is the majestic wool. Now, I thought when I was knitting with this, I started to doing a 26-inch, and I don't know whether you can tell with this wool and this wool, but when you look at the two, I don't know how close I can get to the screen. You look at the 2 strands. The blue and white one there looks much thicker than this, and this actually felt like it could have been, it practically felt like 3-ply to me. The old 3-ply that, you know, people don't use these days because it takes so long to knit. But it said double knitting on the label, and I started it off thinking it was thick like the normal double knitting you usually have, and I started off with this one as a 26, and the feel of the wool and how, I don't know whether I have the other ball I have left of it. I've got it down here somewhere. I'm looking in my trolley for the, oh yes, it's down there. Anyway, I started off as a 26-inch and I thought, oh, it's very fine, it's going to come out smaller, this. But I carried on. I thought I'll just do the length I would do for a 26 anyway. It'll last, you know, if it does come out to 24, it's going to last the child a little bit longer anyway. But I finished it. Like I'm saying, this is a majestic and all the measurements are perfect for a 26-inch. Actually, the body for 26-inch, you want a couple of inches more for ease, but I've put it down like this and put the where the bands would be and that and measured it, and it actually measures 28 across. So the measurements for a 26 have come out perfect with this wool. That's very fine. And another thing with it I noticed, normally when I do a 26-inch, it takes at least 2.5 100-gram balls, so that's about 250 grams. That's what I have left out of 200 grams. It's about half of the ball. It only took about 150 grams for this cardigan. So this wool is very fine, but it has knitted up just like double knitting, which is really good. So that one will be going to Dagry for the little girl, for Zuri. And then when I get the 2 cardigans done for the twins, which are a little girl and a little boy, and that is the the pattern. And this is one of my patterns. When I'm seeing, I was looking through my book and I was going through from start to finish, and I have an awful lot of patterns in here that I've started, and that's all I've done. Maybe one size, some I've done 2 sizes, and then I came across that one. I've actually done 2 sizes in it, in the pattern. I usually try to do 5 sizes to go from 16 to 24 inch when I do the children's. Well, I've done a 16 and an 18 inch in this one, and I'm doing 20 inch for the twins. So I thought, oh, I'll do a 20 inch. I'll have 3 patterns worked out for this one. So this is another basket stitch one, but it's a smaller one. My other basket stitch is 4x4. This one is 2x4, so it's 2, knit 2, purl 2 for 4 rows. So that's how much I've got of that one done. And I'll be doing this till about lunchtime, and then after that I'll be back on with Derek's. Derek's out of my bag. And that's how much it's even that cable one takes up all of the cable to stretch the pattern out. So that's how much I'm getting done of Derek's. And stretch it out and you might be able to see the pattern a bit better. I'm stretching it out over my boobs, that should put it out a little bit. But anyway, so you can see how the pattern's coming out, and it does take quite a long time to get across this row. I time myself because I have 142 stitches on there, and it took me exactly 7 minutes to knit across the row. So we don't get many rows done in an hour. So I'm saying if I'm working in the afternoon from about 1 o'clock to about 5 o'clock, that's 4 hours. So 4 7s is 28. It's about 28 rows, unless, you know, I can go a little bit faster, but I don't like to knit too fast because it does affect my wrists. If I don't knit as fast as I used to knit, my wrists and hands is all right. But if I do it really fast, that really starts to ache off in my hands. So I think from now on, I'm just not going to have to knit as fast as I can knit. So that's how far I've got with Derek's. Put that one down. And my own, I haven't done any of my own for the last couple of nights. I'm still up with the armhole coming up to the front, but I do need more for myself. I'll put those back in the bag and be getting on. It's not quite 11 o'clock now, so I still have another hour I can work on this. And I've lost my needle. Where's it gone? Oh, there's a pin on the floor. Put my thing. What have I done with my knitting needle? I was knitting away. Yeah, I've lost my knitting needle. Not under there. It must be on the floor. Oh, I haven't sat on it, have I? No, I haven't. I don't know what on earth I've done with that needle. I just have to find another one out of my thing and hunt for that one later. Oh no, that's the wrong size. That's the wrong size. I can't see, my eyesight's not very good. I'm going by the thickness. I won't find the needle. But where did I put that needle? I was sitting knitting. Oh, there it is. Dropped it in my knitting bag, didn't I, when I was picking the things out to show you. I put that cardigan in there as well. But like I say, I do need to do some more cardigans for myself. As you can see, this one I'm wearing, that's about as far as it comes without stretching it, because I did knit this I think probably about 5 years ago. It was one of the first things I put up on my channel when I started knitting, doing my knitting channel, which I think was in 2019. Almost 5 years ago since I started to do my channels on YouTube. But I have been on YouTube since 2014. That was the year that my husband died, when I became a widow. And my husband died, it'll be 10 years in July. 10 years in July when my husband died. And you know, the only reason I ended up on YouTube was out of boredom. You know, when you've been married to someone for, it was almost 48 years when my husband passed. And while we had our arguments and everything, you know, you do miss someone after all that time, and you end up by yourself. You've got nobody to talk to, or nobody to shout at, or somebody shouting at you, telling you to shut up because he's trying to watch something on the telly and I'm talking usually about what I'm knitting and all that. And he was always telling me to shut up. And then my answer to that was, don't you tell me to shut up. And daft arguments like that, you know, you miss things like that. You had nobody to talk to. So my thought was after that, you know, what am I going to do? I mean, I'm sitting knitting all day and I've got nobody to cook for, nobody to do anything for, except when I see my grandkids and my kids and things like that. So I started looking on YouTube. At first, it was just looking at what I could watch. And I saw all those things about knitting. It was later on, quite a few years later, actually, when I started noticing all the videos about knitting and crochet and everything. I'm looking, that's not how you do that. I can do it better than that. That was how I started doing my videos on YouTube. Really, I was going to show them how to do, how it should be done. That was my idea of things. So that's how you've got me here. And now, like I say, this cardigan was knitted about 5 years ago. And it fit me perfectly. I didn't have to stretch it to fasten it when I first knit it. So within those 5 years, I've grown a little bit. So I do need some to replace them, but when I do replace them, I want them to be the same pattern, so I will probably be doing another one. This is the raindrop pattern. I'll probably be doing another one with this pattern on, and the one I'm working at the moment is a rosebud lace one, but I've never ever done a rosebud lace cardigan for myself. I've done a sweater, but I've never had a cardigan for myself, so that was why I was doing that one for myself. And I actually have a cardigan with this pattern on, so that one is okay. That one is, I think I did that one a little bit after this one, so it fits a little bit better. But I do need to replace a lot of them, because some of them are actually over 20 years old. I've knitted them over 20 years ago. The two need replacing, but I'm loath to part with something that I like. And if it still looks good, I'm not going to part with it. Anyway, another thing, I'm bragging again today. I've hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel. And you know, it's lovely when you get to numbers like that, because naturally the more subscribers I get, the more revenue I get when my videos go out. And my other channel, my Sheila's Just Knitting, only wants about another 50 subscribers and I'll have 9,000 on that one. And my newest one, my shopping one, that is over 1,000 now. And I made my first payment today when I checked, because I check every day to see how much I'm getting off each channel. And I actually got, I'm not sure how many views I've had on it, but I think the last time I looked it was about 700 views on my video I put up for my shopping. And YouTube have paid me £2.90 for those views. Not just off that video, it'll be off people looking at the other videos as well, but the whole lot mounted up to, I've got £2.90, my first payment off my shopping channel. So I'm hoping I'll be rich one day. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this, do what I can with this until 12 o'clock, and then I'll be on to Derek's after I've had my lunch. And then hopefully I'll get on with my own later on tonight. But I'm not sure whether I will be out in my garden at all today. I'm waiting to see. It is very dull and it is actually looking like it might be going to rain. I hope it doesn't, because the garden is just starting to dry out. I can dig it over without the soil sticking to the spade all the time. So anyway, that's my bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.